got a fun one for you this week.
That's right. Are you ready to talk about hosting?
Are you ready to talk about the NFL?
Are you ready to talk about doing pride gigs?
Are you ready to talk about how long you could leave chicken outside before it's not okay to eat?
So strap in, put those legs up in the air, and hold in your farts. We've got a great one with Ryan Mitchell today on the show.
I bet you think that you're funny.
I don't. You tell me I'm not all the time.
Good.
Just adjust the bang, because I think... No, if you just pull on it forward. There you go.
Go like that?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Ooh, those Funyuns really slip.
they stick with you.
They stick with you. The flavor is with me.
Hey, chat, put a 3 in the chat if you like Funyuns.
Yeah, hey, chat, put an orange circle in the chat if you're into a Funyun.
Hey, growing up, I was not a fan of Funyuns because I never tried them.
But the idea of an onion chip.
I was like, no, onions is an adult food.
What?
Like when I was a kid, I was a really picky eater, and onions to me were like, that's
What
an
happened?
adult vegetable. My palate expanded.
Mm,
So did my waistline?
yes.
Okay.
I wasn't. Hey, listen. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You want to introduce our guest?
Yes, our guest
Are
today.
you pushing daisies with those sunglasses? Big Katy Perry fan?
I had polarized lenses on.
What are polarized?
They mean when
the
the sun
definition
hits,
of it means.
It's they have a certain structure in them, so when the sun hits them, it doesn't glare off and make it hard to see in bright sunlight. Expensive glasses are polarized. It's like a lens on maybe a tablet, or you know how sometimes when you're on the subway and you're trying to read someone's text, but their screen is black because it's polarized.
Their text.
You ever tried to read a stranger's text?
No.
Me neither. But I'm sure our guest definitely hasn't either. They have their finger on the pulse of culture. Please welcome a journalist, a podcast host, and internet personality, and host of events,
Yeah.
Ryan Mitchell!
Hi, Ryan!
Hello.
The
how are
Slay
you?
God.
Hello. You know, the way you talk about Funyuns also made me think about the way people talk about racism. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get it.
no, I was just saying because it's like, oh, I didn't used to like black people, but it expanded now. You know, that's what
Yes,
I thought about.
I
And I was
feel
like,
like, yeah.
word.
I thought you were going the opposite direction where it's like, I never thought about racism, but now my mind is expanded and I realize it's a real concept.
It's a real concept.
Well, also that.
Yeah.
When I was like, what was it? I was like 23 and my dad finally was like, people treat you different because you're dark, huh? And I was like, yep. And he goes, wow. I was like, it took you that long? You raised me.
And just never noticed.
Never noticed.
And
That
that's
sounds-
you not noticing that Funyuns were so good all
So
your life.
good.
I'm so happy you
And I never
noticed.
had them.
I mean, I'm thinking about all the things you could dip a Funyun in.
Ooh,
Cream cheese.
what? Why would you do that?
Or like
'Cause,
sour
just
cream
to
with a
add more
bunch of...
sour
chi-
cream.
Oh, okay, there
chives
we
and
go.
green
Sour
onions?
cream, I'm
Okay,
okay
don't
with.
come.
I'm
It's sour cream and cream cheese, pretty much almost the same thing.
hate
If it
cream
was a
cheese.
fluffy cream, like a whipped,
Whipped.
cream cheese with the chive,
Like
with the
maybe it's
scallions.
been sitting out at the barbecue a little, and then
No,
you put...
not that. Wait,
Shout out to my girl who's with IBS because that sounds like something.
I have a leaving food out question at a barbecue because we talked about this a while
Okay.
ago. Because it's summer,
Mhm.
we're about
It's
to be
so
going to
summer.
a lot of pool parties.
A lot of fries.
We have
Work.
to make decisions on what we're going to bring. Are we going to bring liquids? Are we going to bring salads? Are we bringing entrees? I
Bringing the ice.
went to a pool party and we stopped at the grocery store before the pool party, and I just went up and I got wings. I was like, I want some boneless wings, some
Mhm.
tenders,
What
and some
grocery
bone-in.
store?
It's just like a Vons where they have it all ready
Oh,
to
Was
go.
it a Vons or was it a Ralph's?
Yeah.
It was a Vons.
Oh, I was hoping it was a Ralph's.
Yeah, Ralph's,
Ralph's
is the better
chicken is
chicken.
every-
There's
Everything.
literally no difference. They're the same parent
No.
company. It's the same font.
Well, the
it's
food
same.
tastes different.
Okay, that's fine. Sure.
But
I-
have you ever had the Albertsons fried chicken?
Oh no,
It's almost as good as a gas
a
station fried chicken.
Is it as good as Publix?
No,
Nothing's as good as Publix.
Publix is the
That's like
best.
premium level.
Yes,
Like
premium level.
honestly, I feel like they need to check if you have a 401k to walk into Publix.
It's crazy to me that they haven't opened up small just chicken restaurants that say Publix. You can only buy them in the grocery
The pub
store.
subs.
Like if they opened one in LA,
Oh, it'd be
lines around the
line
block.
around the
It's
block.
honestly the only time where I really realized like I don't know math because I'm like, can you just give me a bag of wings instead of saying a pound or a half?
Oh,
like
sure.
I just don't know. I'm like, I
It's
don't
hard.
remember any of that.
So I got a bag
A
of wings.
pound is always less than you think it is.
Truly.
The bones weigh.
The
The bones will weigh it
The
down.
bones.
You want the meat.
So I got wings from a lesser grocery store chain, apparently.
Hey, that's okay.
And
Don't be so hard on yourself.
And I took them to the pool party and we put them out. And after about an hour and a half, I got ready to go eat. I went in the pool and whatever. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll go eat. And someone was like, I don't know. Those wings have been sitting out for a little bit. And I was like, an hour and a half? And we talked about this before on the pod. And apparently the rules are pretty strict when it comes
Really?
to that.
I think. Well, was there a bunch of flies swarming it?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
Good follow. That's journalism.
That-
That's journalism.
That's journalism.
I think an hour. I think 3 hours at a pool party. You might be taking a risk, but it was a hot food, and then you put it out
And if
at
I'm
a hot
being
day.
honest, like lukewarm or cold wings taste so much better.
So much better.
So much better, especially out of like coming out of water and chlorine.
Yeah.
Okay, this says the maximum time chicken can sit out, cooked chicken, is 2 hours.
Really?
That seems
But
crazy.
that seems crazy. That seems like a Best Buy eat by date. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like a week.
That
after
also
that.
feels very anti-black. Like you don't know me or my family reunion.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
we
the
have food out
buffet
for
is
like
there.
at
Here's
least
the thing.
6
I think a
hours.
potato salad is a different thing. If
That
it's not
feels
in a
worse.
if it's not in a bucket of ice or like surrounded by something to pretend to keep it colder, then I'm not eating it.
I don't think I've ever had potato salad in a bucket of ice. Like I think it's always just been out.
Well, and look, and you've survived.
I am
Still you
I'm
rise.
here.
living legend.
I'm still here. Yeah,
But
I
this
don't think
reminds me
enough people do the real work, the hard work of buffet prep. No one is putting out, what are those little burners called?
Oh yeah.
Can't remember, but I know what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
the
Chafing
little
dishes.
yes,
Yes,
little
chafing
fire,
dishes with the
yes.
little Bunsen burners. They're
Yes.
not Bunsen burners. What are they called?
They're just little propane things.
Benzoid
That's
candles.
a classy
What are
party
they
if I see those.
And then, like, why not a tray full of ice that you can wedge the
And then close the lid
the
when you're
bowls?
done.
There should be
Yeah.
cloches on everything.
Cloche.
But like
So
for,
close.
I feel like the go-to snack for me to bring, like if it's a pool day,
Yeah.
is like turkey pinwheels.
Smart.
You
Oh, because you're gonna make it
know.
at home.
Period.
Okay.
Period. And like you can just literally like bring them in and like they have the cheese and the lettuce and all the things
Yes.
on it. And
Am I
all of that.
crazy?
See-
I'll make a deviled egg.
No, see,
Oh,
that's
that's-
classy, but you like to make sure.
that's
like to make
class. I'm
stuff.
sorry, I hate them.
Me too.
I
Oh,
hate them.
I
Oh
hate
my
them.
gosh.
I don't like
He hates-
anything,
So bad.
any sort of hard boiled
I'm
egg.
so sorry. I just said her drag.
I'm so with you on this, like 1,000%. But no,
Please.
not the.
Now are you going to ever be able to put it back?
Oh yeah,
Oh, work. You ate that.
We could see boop.
we could see boom. I love the idea of that, and I
Yeah.
love the visual of it, but
Yeah.
I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Okay, but what about like a rolling meal? Like someone makes like 5 hot dogs, and if they're all gone, they're like, okay, I'll make 5 more. So that way there's not just like hamburger meat sitting out.
I
'Cause
like that.
we
If
went
they're
to
the
a
grill,
barbecue.
they're on the grill.
We went to a barbecue where the burgers were just like they made all the burgers at
No.
once and they were sitting
Yeah,
out. And by the time we got there, the party had been already going on for about 2 hours. And I was like, I don't know about
Well,
that
that feels normal because then that means you should have showed up on time, right?
But what if it's a long party?
Okay.
What if the party? Yeah. What if the invite says from 3 to whenever? Question mark.
What time are you arriving?
I'm probably arriving around 5 or 6.
Because
That's
I
good.
think the rule is always when someone says I'm having a birthday party at my house
Yeah.
or something, you show up 1 hour after they say the start time is.
Yeah, you should never actually really come. on
Unless
time.
you go, do you need help setting up? I'll come on time.
And when, in your estimation, if this was the scenario, would I show up?
You would show up 3 hours late,
And
which
leave-
means
and-
4 hours late, and then you
leave
would leave.
early and bring someone nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And then you
That they
guys
end
would
up
stand in
liking
the
or don't
corner.
like?
And then I would be
Do
there
they
going,
like the people that you end up bringing?
It might be like a surprise hit so that I
Okay.
don't have to do anything and I'll just sit in the corner on my phone after like bringing
answering
food
emails.
Yeah.
that I eat myself. Invite me to your parties. I actually have a couple of friends who get invited to it feels like every single gay pool party in the summer. And I have said to them, I'm like, always invite me because I never get invited. And I'm
That's
like,
so real.
ask your friends who you get invited if I can come as a guest because then I can actually attend pool parties. Because I'm like so
I think
antisocial.
sometimes people are like worried about when your body gets in the pool and it displaces all the water.
Oh, is that what they're worried
Is that what
about?
they're
Because
thinking
the
about?
level rises and then it spreads, and it's so expensive in the summer
To bring
to refill the
So
pool.
you're saying what I should bring is a jug
It's
of
like
water?
when you you should
be
bring
adding-
water.
Displacement water. That's what I
Just
bring.
bring your own chlorine.
Yes.
I mean, I guess. Well, do y'all not have y'all could come over my pool if you want.
Okay.
I
Sorry,
have a
was the
pool.
beginning of that sentence?
Do y'all not have
a pool?
Well, yes.
Oh.
I was gonna ask.
Hey,
Well, no, my
definitely
townhouse
don't
does not have a pool.
See, feels like the appropriate response.
My
You
townhouse-
have to match
You have
their
to
level.
one-up.
You have to go.
my small apartment. I live above a garage.
Word, hi, even better.
Is that what we're supposed
full of rats.
I got rats in my house. I got mold in my ceiling.
Oh God, it's gone. It was never mold. It was never there.
mold.
It was never
people.
mold.
But I don't really. I mean, I like going to pool parties. But I don't like going necessarily to gay pool parties because I just feel like it's just Speedos and no one's actually swimming or doing anything.
No, I think those parties are more for them to like all try to figure out who they're gonna hook up with the minute the sun
Right?
falls behind the tree line. It's
And
like all of a
Then
sudden
add
it goes.
bubbles to the pool water.
I go to the bear pool parties where people are swimming and are eating.
Ooh, now that
That's the
sounds
ones
like fun.
tag along to.
Work. Thank you.
Tag
for
along,
clarifying.
and that's what you bring. A
The
bunch of
tag
Girl
along,
Scout
a Girl
cookies.
Scout-
Yes.
Wait, so you don't love a gay pool party?
No, and I don't think I really have ever gotten invited to one.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you're everywhere.
Yeah, you're everywhere I
No,
look.
I'm not. Here's the thing. I can be everywhere, but I'm not really like a West Hollywood gay. I like to be like I live East Side.
Say that again
Really?
for out loud.
Yes, I'm in
Say that
Echo
again for
Park.
out loud to hear.
Oh, girl, out loud knows I'm only a WeHo when the checks are clearing.
Okay.
This is
Period.
incredible.
We don't
I thought I was a
like,
WeHo
I was
gay?
like, you're the mayor of WeHo.
No, oh my God. I mean, I don't know. Somehow I've gotten like into a position where I'm able to like host WeHo Pride and be a part of that. But it's only been because like that Out Loud Music Festival was like I was there when it was a virtual thing, and they were like, "We're turning it into an in-person thing. Would you like to do?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And it only got connected to West Hollywood for the past like 4 years,
Right.
and they just have kept me around, and I still am shocked. So that's why I'd be like, "Why is there so many white people in this crowd?" I'd just be so shocked that I'm in West Hollywood.
It's because you're in West Hollywood.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. It just reeks of poppers.
Reeks of poppers and broken dreams.
But I
How
love
wa-
it. I have so much fun. Though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do have a
How
lot of fun
it
doing
look?
it.
I'll say this. I have never.
I've never been.
Wait, can we change that next year?
We
I
would love to.
I would love for you all to be my guest.
We do a lot of events, and
Mhm.
you know when you do a lot of events,
Yes.
sometimes that chip on your shoulder appears when there's another event that maybe you haven't been asked to work at, or
Yeah.
and you go like, "Well, I don't need to go to that. I'm not going to that. I'm
Yeah.
not going." And so, for whatever reason, I have never attended this music festival.
Correct. And I believe, well,
But
there
it
was
always
no chip on
looks-
my shoulder. There was definitely me in the inbox being like, hey, tickets are $200. Crazy. Is there a way that I
crazy.
could come see it? Or like just like be,
'Cause
not
it
be a
always-
part of it.
y'all
But I was
can
like, I'd like
always
to go,
DM
but
me
I
and ask
don't
for it,
want to. I'm always in the DM for free
Please,
shit.
that's
It-
like the one thing that I'm so like. I'm like, oh yeah, I can get you passes. I don't care.
It looks like so much fun, and I see so many of our friends there having
Yeah.
a good time, and I'm like, "What happened?" And
So
then
y'all wouldn't go to Summer Tramp. I feel like y'all. That's why I would have thought.
Oh, I
y'all
used
we
would've
went to
been
go to
host
Summer
that,
Tramp when
yeah.
it was downtown.
when it was downtown,
Yeah.
and now they moved over there. But then when they do the downtown one, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And they have pools.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's a gay pool.
That's
No.
a gay pool party that I
That's a
can
gay
do.
party with pools.
I've
That's not a
also
gay
never
pool
been to
party.
Summer Tramp.
What?
I know. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, you hate gay people.
Well,
That's so crazy.
Who doesn't in this
As
age?
a voice for the community. As a voice for the
I say it
community.
out loud for the microphone.
I'm a homebody. Like I tend to
Same.
only go places when I kind of need to, and I like to go to dinners and hang out with friends in that way. But I might go out every once in a while, but not really. It's never been a part of who I am. And if I am going out, my friend Michael and I have gone to Club Chub or Precinct, and love Precinct down. I just want the smell to get out the walls.
Ooh.
Well,
Which
It's never going to happen.
Which
It's never
smell?
gonna happen.
It's not.
The poo-poo smell by the bathrooms.
I don't even know if it's just that. It's on top of that and the the must.
The old,
Yeah,
the smell of the men.
Yeah, the must of it all.
Oh, so you're not
that's
attending.
that's why because you're going to Club Chub and
Which
they do have
is
an odor.
so much fun.
Are you
everybody.
Did you just say that?
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it not known that fat people sweat? I'm so sorry.
Fat sweat.
Fat sweat. Fat sweat has a smell too. It smells like shrimp,
Yes.
Pickles.
pickles,
Bear.
bear.
Are
I
you
just
bare
wanted
pussy?
to. I just wanted to bring that back. I really thank you for that's representation because I felt seen when you all said that.
Oh, wait. So we're
Uh-huh.
going to take a break and then we're going to talk about pride.
Okay.
Do you have it? Okay, we'll be right back.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Men today face immense pressure to perform, to provide, and keep it all together. So it's no wonder that 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every year, and it's often undiagnosed.
It's okay to struggle. Real strength comes from opening up about what you're carrying and doing something about it so you can be at your best for yourself and everyone in your life.
It's a lot to carry the weight of so many thoughts around in your brain, especially if you think, well, this is only something I'm thinking and I have to deal with it. It can really, really weigh you down and impact your day-to-day life. And something as simple as talking to someone about what you're thinking about, what you're going through, the pressure you're putting on yourself, it can be so impactful. And therapy really offers that outlet to have a conversation with someone who isn't directly in your life.
Yeah, I think when you're talking to a therapist or someone else that isn't a part of your life, it's easier to actually explain how you really feel because you're not limiting yourself or trying to make them feel a certain way about you.
Totally.
With over 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works! With an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5, based on over 1.7 million client reviews.
It's convenient too. You can join a session with the therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time.
As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise.
Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sloppy.
That's betterhelp.com/sloppy. There is nothing like a good night's sleep. I feel refreshed, energetic, and ready to take the day. Good sleep equals a better me.
Oh, I know that's right. And you know what makes for a bad sleep? A bad mattress. A mattress that isn't a good fit for you. And so many people out there are sleeping on just whatever. If you just subletted an apartment or you are, borrowing a mattress from your family while you're getting settled, those mattresses are not made for you. When it's time to get a mattress, getting something that is a good fit for you is the only thing we can recommend, and that's why we love Helix mattresses. I get great sleep on my Helix. How about you, Meatball?
It's my favorite place to really stretch out and lay out, and I love that it was easy to get at my house, and I carried it up the stairs, and I opened it up, and I had a bed.
Helix is great because you take a quiz, and then based on your answers, you can find the best mattress match for you.
And they have tons of different models to choose from. So if you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper, or if you run hot when you sleep, they've got something just for you.
And before getting my Helix, I never ordered a mattress online and had it shipped to my door. And with Helix, that process is easy.
So if you need an upgrade to that old lumpy, dumpy, pumpy mattress, Get a Helix.
Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy for 20% off site-wide.
And this offer is exclusive just for listeners of Sloppy Seconds.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy for 20% off site-wide.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
You know when a new shirt just becomes your go-to? Well, that's what happens every time I pick up new items from Quince. They're the first things I reach for in my closet because they're lightweight, they're comfortable, and I feel good wearing them. Quince has all the things you actually want to wear, like organic cotton silk polos, European linen beach shorts, and comfortable pants that work for everything from backyard hangs to nice dinners. And the best part is everything with Quince is 50 to 80% less than what you'd find at similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury pieces without the crazy markups. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. You know, I'm really deep in my polo bag right now, and that has everything to do with Quince. I got some polos from them, and I love them, and they like reinvigorated my love for that silhouette. Plus, there are a plethora of shorts that I have gotten from Quince that are comfortable and functional and high quality. It is high quality what they offer on their site. Elevate your closet with Quince. Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/sloppy to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
And we're back down, and then she flies away on a broom.
The trailer came out.
Did you watch it?
No, I am such a Wicked fan. I totally saw it. I'm so excited for it.
It looks so good.
I know.
How are you gonna beat the first act? You know,
They're gonna make this one more
I
interesting.
think they knew.
sure.
I think they knew that the second act is a piece of shit, so that they were like, "We're
I
gonna make
would.
it
I
happen."
would. I
Aside
would rephrase
from-
it.
Aside from the ballad "For Good,"
Yeah.
Well, no, all the
what are
songs
the
good.
bops in the second
I
act?
mean, here's the thing. No Good Deed is absolutely
Yeah, no good
incredible.
deeds a bop.
And this might be kind of blasphemous, but I don't care. I'm saying it. Cynthia Erivo's version of every song is so much better than
Yes.
Idina's. And that's no shade.
I think for a couple reasons, and I think they can stand, like, this was good for Broadway and
For
this was good for
sure.
the movie, but I agree, our ears 20 years later
Ugh.
are tingling with what Cynthia is doing.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
agree. It is like the little riff, the little, like, the way she's just,
She's so good.
it's crazy what she can do.
And Ariana singing For Good in that trailer. I was like, wait.
I
I'm
know.
bawling. Like,
It's gonna be so
that was
good.
my high school college. Like, I sang in choir in high school, which of course, that was the song that we sang at graduation. And
For Good?
Yes.
That's great.
They were like, bye.
Yeah.
We're out of
Except
here.
for the super seniors.
Yes, that was
super
I just
seniors.
love that song. I just love that song so much.
I want to hear a club version of Alakama.
Absolutely. And then mix it with Abracadabra.
DJs!
Get in there, DJ
Alex
Bella's
Chapman,
friend.
Do it,
get on
Alex
it.
Chapman,
do
get
it.
in there.
Wow, I'm so excited to see it. And you were talking about, are we going to be able to handle this press cycle?
I think we will be. I think we've been.
She turned the corner.
No, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself if they're like super annoying again. But I think that they've learned, and
Yeah.
they're gonna probably do like a little bit less stuff.
And they're going to be funny about it.
Yeah, they're gonna like be
They're
like,
gonna
yeah,
lean
last
into
time
it.
we were really annoying. This time we're really excited for it to be over.
I feel like it got really funny towards the obviously like the holding space moment, and then when they were reacting to that, being like Ariana was like, I was in the room being like, "Am I okay?" Like that's actually funny. So if they keep doing that, I can
Yeah.
I can get
If
that.
she
They
can be
both seem
self-deprecating.
very aware of themselves. I have a hard time with people who do those press junkets, and
Yeah.
they're like, your sound is trending on TikTok, and the celebrity's like, Tick what?
Oh,
And you're like,
yeah,
oh, you're so
please.
unplugged.
What was the one that Nicole Kidman did? They asked her something and she went, I don't know what that is.
Now that's believable. Anything that comes out of that
And
white
her
woman's
wig
mouth is
slowly like
believable.
shifted to the
For
side.
sure.
Wait, now you as a journalist, have you done these junkets?
I used to do junkets, but now I don't.
What are they like? Because this is so dated and so like insulated. My sense of a junket comes from the like 90s rom-com Notting Hill. Do you remember this? Have you seen this?
Oh, where
Julia
they
Roberts
seat
movie?
the celebrities in a hotel room and then each interviewer goes in. That's pretty much how they
I mean,
still
that
are.
is. I feel like that is actually pretty
That's
much
how
how they are.
they
'Cause
Oh, okay.
I would say more of my experience with them have been like in the virtual sense, like because of like COVID, like changed
Right.
everything.
And you see all
And-
these famous people be bad at Zoom.
Oh my god! And then it's not even
Kind
that.
of looking where the camera
You're
is.
sitting in a waiting room for like an hour plus because you have to be there and wait for your time for them to be like, hey, we'll invite you in. And it's like they're during the breakout rooms thing of it all.
Yes, I hate that.
And so it's like you're just sitting there, and then when you get in there, you have like 3 minutes, and they barely even want to like answer a question because they've been sitting there doing the same thing.
Or they've
So,
probably gotten like very similar questions over
for
and over.
sure. So that's why I'm like, I don't do them anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I do want to do one for there's a new movie coming out that stars Amarit. So she's like Bella on Sex Lives of College Girls.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And there's my friend and her girlfriend, Fazia and Andrea are like directing and producing it. And so I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go just
That's
because
cool.
I love
That'd be
Amarit. So I think I'm
cool.
going to do that. That's going to be my way back into it.
And what, like, I feel like that's all changed now, but they just like passed the footage back to everyone, and
Yeah.
then
With like their own like kind of like green screen
Right.
branding in the back type of thing. Yeah.
that's
Oh,
so interesting.
It's kind of wild, yeah.
Yeah. Because they're like, I'm always amazed when the marketing team has decided these are the 12 interviews we're going to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, that A-list celebrity is talking to a child influencer.
Oh,
like
The
that.
influencer interviews sometimes are so good because they like click, and
Yeah.
then sometimes it's like this person has no idea who you are, and you're doing your internet bit at them,
Right.
and they're
and
like,
it
what
flops
is this?
so
Yeah.
hard.
Are like teaching them how to do like a TikTok dance.
Yeah, and the
I
star is
hate
like,
it.
I don't want to do this
Hate
ever
it.
again.
Hate
It's
it.
Beyonce and Tyra in 2008. She goes,
Wow.
I will
Which-
never do an interview
Please
again.
bring back who is she's a co-host of the Great Baking Show, like the UK show. And she's like a known Black woman that is like
Oh,
really,
on
Oh.
morning television.
yes, on morning television.
God, what is her name?
What
Something no, I want to say Nicole.
Because
for
she's
that.
so everything, and she has like an infectious laugh.
Alice?
Alice Hammond.
Yes.
Alice Hammond. She played in an iconic, one of Beyonce's last interviews, played Connect Four
Connect
with her.
Four.
Yes,
And
that
that
was
was
so
bring
good.
that back.
And then Beyonce whooped her ass.
Yes. And Beyonce was like,
"Don't play with me. I do
I'm
Connect
good."
4." Yeah.
And it was so clearly like a surprise. Like
Yeah.
she was holding it,
Yeah.
trying to like set it up, and it was like, that's smart.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's Allison Hammond. Allison Hammond.
Yeah,
Alice?
I see so many compilations of her
Laughing.
Like
Yeah.
the things that they have put her through on morning television. The one where they like wake her up in the middle of the bed, like, and she clearly has no idea.
Yeah.
The one where she's like out with the Olympians and she like knocks
Knocks
that guy
them
out of the
right into
water.
Yes, into the Times
She is
River.
a queen.
She
Like,
Yeah, I'm
is
obsessed with her.
so infectiously
she's so
charming.
wonderful.
They
I'm
need to
obsessed
bring
with
back
her.
interviews like that, period.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
her style of doing it, or like Ross Matthews on the street, the gay intern shit. That
Oh,
was
right.
so
Oh,
funny.
I love that. I
Wait,
love that.
did you go to journalism school?
No, oh my
Yes.
god.
Journalism school.
No,
okay.
not at all. Actually, I kind of fell into doing on camera work.
Oh.
If I'm being honest, people, when I first moved out here, I was working in fashion, doing some like fashion PR stuff, and then I was like,
Yes.
I would love to know more about the entertainment industry as a whole. So maybe I should I know social media. Let's be a social media manager. And so I did that, and they kept the place I was like working for at that time kept like wanting me to basically be on camera and go to carpets, and I started to like learn all these things. But I was set up on a phone doing Snapchat next to KTLA, being like, I don't know what I'm doing here. So,
In there.
and I felt so weird. I felt very like out of place, and I just kind of rejected it for a minute until later, right before I got doing my like radio show. I worked with a friend. Her name is Shira Lazar, and we met, and we were doing this Facebook Watch show that I was helping her spearhead. I know, what a time, and literally, I don't know, she just kind of taught me what I needed to know about, like, doing this sort of work, and
Mhm.
everyone was just like, "You're just naturally good," and that's what people are, like, gravitating to
Yeah.
because at the time it was just like stand-up hosty, like welcome to like
Yeah.
broadcasty, and that started to fade to the background, and I was just like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, let's do it. And then next thing I know, and I'm on radio, and I have like a syndicated show on this station called Channel Q, which is like the first LGBTQ talk radio station.
Yeah, it's
It was
incredible.
That's so
crazy.
cool.
What did you learn by doing, like, what did you learn about yourself from doing radio?
To be honest, that my voice is annoying,
Ah!
but
Don't get us
No, don't.
started.
Yeah, people hate the Kermit the Frog over here.
Yeah, and love the volume
Ah!
fluctuation.
Yeah.
My voice hits a certain note, you know.
Yeah, it makes people feel good.
It's the brown
I
note.
like it.
They shit.
It's the brown note. You sing, they jump.
I don't think your voice is annoying. I
I-
think that's what's like so cool is that it's like so unique.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
and that's
there's
what I've
no one
had
else
to
you can-
learn. I've had to learn that because for me, it was really hard doing like listening back to myself and trying to like get better at this thing because I was like, I've never done this, never even thought about doing radio. So it was really like learning on the job. I was thrown in the deep end and I had to just start forcing myself to kind of love my voice. But it would be awkward when I would like pre-tape and then be in an Uber and like they're listening to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Oh.
great. I can't say anything because no one has my voice.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm,
They would be like,
sitting
you,
in
you,
the Uber,
you.
just like, yeah, like I'm like, we're pretending like we're live right now. I can't say anything.
Wow.
But no, I think I learned about myself that I actually love connecting with people. I love having really beautiful conversations. I think a lot of times you can get you can get access to a celebrity and all you want to know is like what they're working on. I'm like, that. Like I actually want to know who is this person?
Right.
Yeah.
Like what are we talking about? Like I'm a fan of your work, but like who are you outside of that?
That's
Right.
my favorite type of
And
interview.
that's what I'm excited about. Like I on Highkey, literally our first interview is dropping this Friday. I don't know when this is airing, but Laverne Cox is our first interview.
Incredible.
And I got to do a
Amazing.
one-on-one with her, and oh my God, she was absolutely insane. We talked for like 90 minutes and they had to condense it down.
She seems like if you connect with her, she'll go.
Yes.
She'll
For
let
sure.
you-
And
she'll let
she's
you
like in
know.
this rowdy era of like, I'm
Wearing
no
the
longer.
smallest little wig you've
Yes.
ever
She
seen.
said, yes, at one point I was on the cover of Time magazine and I was
Period.
playing nice, but after they didn't give me a second season of this Amazon show, I'm going to let you have
Yes,
it.
and politicians. Like she's very in that mode.
Yeah.
And I'm like living.
You go for the
it.
wig. I go, she's wearing this tiny wig. And I'm like,
Well, she was letting
she,
them have.
yes, of course.
Okay,
So-
and you're talking about your new podcast or radio show on iHeartRadio called Highkey
Well,
Yeah, it's a podcast. It's a podcast. It's like this.
Produced by iHeartRadio.
Period.
with Evie Oddly and Ben O'Keefe.
yes.
So,
It's called
Highkey, how did that come about?
And do you think that Evie Oddly's laugh is as annoying as I do?
Oh,
Wow.
girl.
It's just so loud. It's just so loud.
Girl, and the way that I know the editors are like working like children in a sweat lodge just to like turn it down.
Nice, nice.
Like it's no, I love her so much. It's been really cool because I basically met this media company, Spoke Media, which also is like a producer and a partner, and they were like, "Hey, we have this show that we're thinking about, and Benjamin O'Keefe is this Oscar shortlisted producer." Political strategist, like he did like Elizabeth Warren's like campaign, like he helped her
Wow.
when she was running for president.
That's insane.
And he was like, he pitched this idea of like having Black queer folks like do like a version of The View in some ways.
Mhm.
And with us now all coming on board, and I met Ben and we super connected, and then we brought Evie in. It completely has shifted away from that. And it's just like us being as chaos coded, and just Evie's laugh and all of our laughs, honestly. Like it's kind of crazy. And she's always been one of my favorite queens, but to think that like I thought Evie was going to be like very like season 11 Evie, where she was like fighting with Silky Namek,
yeah.
and she's literally not.
No,
like
she's nothing like
she's
that.
so cool, and she will push you and challenge you, but she does it in such a like really beautiful way. Like she's so smart. I'm
Yes.
obsessed with Evie.
She,
So smart.
We had her on here.
We
Or
did-
did I just hang out with her in a hamburger shop?
That feels.
it was a
real.
little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
No, she came on here because she was talking about her book, but it was one of those things where she, there's a bunch of queens that we meet off of Drag Race who that is the one and only,
Mhm.
like not deciding, or it's the headline,
Yeah.
right? I was on Drag Race. I'm connected to Drag Race. And then there are people who sort of use it as a stepping stone to continue what they're doing.
Yes.
And Evie feels so settled in her own. She's like, oh, I'll do a Work the World tour. I'll go out with all the Drag Race queens, or I'll do a dive bar show and I'm not going to be like from Drag Race. I'm going to
Literally.
do my art, or I'll write my book, or I'll
Yeah.
do my podcast.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
she seems so settled in herself.
Yeah.
And that is really cool, because sometimes we meet people who feel they got catapulted and they're just sort of
They don't know what to do
They're
for so
doing-
long. And
they're
then by the
doing
time they
what's-
decide what to do, it's too
It's
late.
too late. You've
Yeah.
missed which is what I appreciate about Evie, because it's like she knows she can occupy so many spaces,
Mhm.
but like now she's in a space where it's like,
especially a tiny one. She can bend her body.
Oh
and
my
get all
God.
tiny.
Oh,
Made out of rubber.
I don't know how she can with that huge. Anyway.
Whoa.
Whoa!
But no, I think what's really special that this moment in time that she's in is the fact that like she knows her life isn't just about like her art of drag. It's
Yeah.
about now introducing our audience to the way that she thinks on a deeper and a new level. And
Totally.
it's so cool to witness in real time. Like it's really, really cool.
Is the
One
sh-
time she shoved a Statue of Liberty statue up her butt at one of my parties. How do you feel about that?
Okay, so our first editorial meeting that I had ever met her, she popped in the Zoom on a bubble bath. Like she was completely naked.
That's
in a
my
tub.
girl.
So does that
Bubble
shock?
butt.
A bubble bath.
Well, okay. She also put a meatball up her butt and then pooped it out and ate it.
Did that happen at Fat Slut?
Yeah, in New York.
Yo, do you have like? Is there like
Health
a
and
code?
safety?
Yeah, I'm like, is there
No.
a code?
Nar.
No, they all sign a waiver saying whatever happens to your body is
Could
your
you
fault.
print the
Word.
waiver out for me so I can see it?
I think I have it in my bag right now.
Oh yeah, you have a digital version.
We have a
you have a
digital version.
DocuSign.
No, DocuSign would be good. Just make them do it because we have to keep
Just
printing
don't
them
wear
out. It's such a waste of
polarized
paper.
glasses.
Oh yeah, you print out all those waivers.
We do have a waiver. I think he thinks I'm lying.
I don't know if you're telling the truth.
I'm telling
You
the
told me that hair was connected to your head.
It is. This is my real hair.
This is
Okay.
my
This is my real hair.
Real hair,
How do you feel about
honey.
white queens with a black scent? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Legend.
Edit that out. Edit
you
that out.
really can't talk about that because the whole Drag Race ship would come falling down.
I just say it's at its core. It started with Michelle.
Don't talk about my mom like that.
I love her. I'm sorry, I love her. Seriously,
I love her too. Do you love the NFL?
Oh, what a pivot!
Pivot?
Are you? Well, I'm just
Pivot.
thinking about different sports, drag, NFL,
Brackets.
brackets.
Do I love
such
the
as-
sport? No, but I'm happy that I'm able to be in this world as like their first like LGBTQ queer ambassador.
How did that happen? 'Cause
Please, it's
please.
so crazy.
I would
It's actually
assume you would be
random.
like,
What
I'm
is
a huge.
touchdown?
It is, which guess what?
I want to see that sentence written out.
It is.
And guess
which,
what?
Guess what?
It's like a special surprise that happens when you catch the ball in
Okay.
a special space.
And did you
Great.
know it's only worth
1
3
point.
points.
6
no.
points?
Whoa, I was close.
What's a kick? What's a kick in the?
Well, you can kick it for 1, or you
Yes.
could go for 2.
Yes.
Because most people are like touchdowns are worth 7 points, but they're actually only worth 6.
But
And
because
then
they
you
count
kick
the,
it.
the kick.
Then you get a 7th point.
Word.
Wow,
Math.
I love that.
I love that. So how that happened, I was in Vegas, not Vegas, I was in Phoenix. I got asked to moderate like a panel for Glad's like night of Super Bowl party. And they asked me to come out there. And I was like, are you sure? I have no clue why am I here? And so I was on the stage interviewing like the CMO of the NFL. And literally, I just kept making a joke being like, I don't know why I'm here. And the NFL team loved that about me. They actually loved the fact that I had no care in the world for the sport.
Mm.
And they were like, how can we meet people like you where they're at and do it in an authentic way? We want to like have more queer things and be more like intentional about our work.
Mm.
And through that partnership that I have with them, I created this dinner series and game day experience called The Exchange, where I take queer people to their first football game. And then we before the night before, we have a dinner where I like have them sit at this beautiful table
And you explain the rules.
yes. I'm prepping you. It's show prep.
You have like a laser pointer and a board behind you, like, and that's
Yes.
a touchdown.
Yes. And then and they're also like, because they're leaders in like community and like they're people that have like been doing the work when it comes to like connecting to like queer folks or activism or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the NFL feels like, oh, they're the NFL and like we're doing this work. But I'm like, actually, no, there's people that have been doing this work and I know them. So why not bring them to the table and they can meet like NFL leadership and hopefully use them for good.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's amazing.
What do you do? Like, so now you've been to a number of games.
Yes.
What is your experience at a game? Because I always think the only time I've ever... Do they play football at the SoFi Stadium?
Yes, the
Okay,
Rams and the Chargers.
The only time I've ever been to the SoFi Stadium is Beyonce.
Same.
And that is my football.
Same.
And so
Touchdown.
when I was there, I was going, okay, she wasn't so tiny. She was decent size for me. I had good tickets. But I was like, I'm thankful that we are focused on one thing, that there are screens everywhere.
Yes.
Because this place is huge.
Yeah.
So what is it like to go to a football game?
My first one was completely chaotic because I didn't know. I went with folks who did know more, and it was the 49ers in San Francisco. And I was just like, well, what are these little people doing on this ground? Because on TV, there's marks and squares and circles to tell you what is happening. And I'm just like, oh, I hate this deeply.
Not the brand ambassador.
No.
The quote. I hate this.
I hate it. Like, I hated it. We were in the sun. It was the whole thing. But it actually helped me realize, like, it was so funny. When I told like my friends and some people that I knew who were sports fans, like, oh, I'm about to do this, because it took me a minute to say yes to this sort of thing. It was also happening around like Beergate with Dylan Mulvaney, and I was just oh yeah, y'all not about to, because you're getting a double whammy with me. You're getting me queer and black. Like you're getting all the things, and so I don't want to just be like hung out to dry. And they were like very understanding and was like, yeah, we're in this with you. But I was also realized, I was like, if this is going to be an experience for people that have never come and are probably like scared of this space, in all honesty, because it has historically has never been a safe space for queer and trans folks, we need to make it feel premium. Like, we need to make it feel worth it, give them an experience. And so, like, from there, I was able to have an understanding of, like, yeah, don't sit us in the hot side. Sit us in the, like, in the really cool side. And let's actually, like, before the game starts, let's get, like, on the actual field and take some photos so they can meet, like, folks and, like, actually experience it. And then we can go up to the suite.
And because,
like, you know,
the things that might be super important to an NFL super fan, like, I want to be on this side of the field because that's where the touchdown happens, or that's or where the coin toss is.
I was the middle of the field.
I was like, I don't know about
the
touchdown is on either side. And then they switch halfway through.
Sometimes a certain side or whatever, they might want to be on the sunny side because of X, Y, and Z. Because that's where the coaches are. That's whatever. But that's not important to the people you're bringing.
No. I mean, it's really...
Why do you hate this?
Well, I don't hate this. I just don't think anything you said made any sense about the game. That's where the coaches are. They're on either side.
Yes, but
where the sun is
if you have a team
that made sense.
If you want to be on your home team,
on your home team, yes, that's absolutely true.
Also, I'm saying if you go to a drag show, if you were to go to Exposure Drag on a Monday night, where would you want to be seated?
Great question.
Back booth on the left.
Okay. Wow. Now, if you were a straight person who had never, ever been there before,
stay home.
They might want to be, I'd rather stay.
Them saying the same thing to us.
Stay home.
Stay home.
They're like, every other day of the week, this is a straight bar. What's happening tonight?
But that's my point, okay?
Okay.
That's a good point. Because I think it is about like how you're experiencing this thing to like leave a good taste in your mouth, right? Like it's well, yes.
So you go to the locker room after.
Oh, please. Oh my goodness. Actually, I would not want to ever date a football player. Like, not a professional football player that's like closeted or whatever. I just feel like it's too much baggage.
I don't dating a closeted person seems crazy.
Yeah, it just is not my journey to go on. That's their journey.
She goes, maybe that's for you.
Baby, you go ahead and
have
explore
that
that.
journey, baby, but
That's
it's not gonna be
not for
for
me.
me.
That's not for me.
Because
But
if that was for me, I would be having the pickle juice.
but I don't know. I enjoy the NFL stuff, and I'm like, I know somewhat about the game. And the crazy thing is, I feel like I've learned about the game by like watching television shows
Yes.
about
Yeah.
it. Like, I love Hard Knocks. I love Last Chance U. I love like the Dallas Cowgirl one about the cheerleaders, Cowboys, American cheerleaders. It's literally on Netflix. It's really good. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I should
Wrong
have-
audience. Wrong audience.
No, but
yeah.
this is why you have the job.
Yeah, I learn about it in that way because for me, I'm able to be interested in anything.
Yeah.
It just needs to be like at the center of like culture in a really interesting way that will like bring me in, and then I can help make it make sense for everyone else.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, sis.
All right, we're gonna take a little break and we'll be right back.